4, 3, 2, 1.
Calamari's on the menu. I thought that was supposed to do things! Indiana Jones!
Chocolate rain. It pours down from that large old sewer drain. Chocolate rain. Zombie tadpoles trying to eat my brain. Chocolate rain. Oh, God.
This is new. Hello everybody, we got a new game to play tonight. If you like the Mortuary's Assistant, you're going to love this game. It's called the Autopsy Simulator. Yeah. Well, I said that as if like you guys know what I'm talking about. It's a brand new game. Thank you very much to the devs who reached out to the team here at the Scotty Blade Show and said, hey, do you guys want to showcase this game early? It comes out tomorrow. We had a all access, early access, first look, big peek at this new horror game. So if you like the Mortuary's Assistant, you should love this game because it's just like it from what I understand. But I don't know because I haven't looked. I don't want to spoil it for myself. If you want to support the show, Super Chats or becoming a member is the best way to do it. Try to break that record of no donations last stream. We'll try to break that record and not let that happen again. Let's see who's in the audience. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Brian. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Tattoo Dad. Hello, Kenneth. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Mark. Hello, Mods. All right, we'll start the game. Wrong button. Where'd the game go? Oh, it's over here. Oh. Woodland Games. Well, I didn't get a chance to read all that. First super chat of the night. Coming from our very own mod. I have no idea why it didn't pop up on the screen, but hey, thank you so much to Brian Stoll. Why are the alerts not popping up? Interesting. Well, I'll still thank you guys anyway. Hey, thank you, Brian Stoll, Living Sandman, and Thad Boatwright for the back-to-back super chats. Thank you guys very much. Brian. There's two things boobs are good for: playing with and hiding weapons. I come unarmed. Well, the alerts are working, but for some reason they're not working in the most important place where they need to work at. The stream. Well, can't win them all. Thank you guys. Am I ready for the Silent Hill remake? Yes, very excited about it. Very excited about it. Let's play story mode. Hey, thank you all for the subscription or the super chats. There's some alerts. Hey, the alerts are working again. Thank you to my mods for keeping this little dying show alive. Thank you, Mama Justice. The 5 gifted memberships. Welcome to the Hall of Heroes. Bree Ortiz, Chadwick Porter, Margaret Sherman, Mel Goodhue, and Peter Craig. And thank you, Betty Justice, for being somebody else's hero in the audience here tonight. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Prologue.
Office of the Medical Examiner, Batesville. Dr. Jack Hammond is speaking. How can I help you?
Good evening, this is Kate Brooks. I'm not sure if you remember me. A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious for the last time. No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife. Damn journalists. They don't let me work. God damn it. I'm not in the best frame of mind to record a lecture for my students now. I'm feeling completely broken. Where did I leave my meds this time?
Self-therapy. Check the bathroom for your pills. Well? As I gaze out the window, who needs fresh air? Oh, I didn't know the window was open. I thought this was to open the blind so I could see outside. Apparently not. I'm not sure why I'm looking in here. The guy specifically said check the bathroom for my pills.
Awful. It would be good to finally repair the coffee machine.
Yeah. Cigarettes. My #1 therapy device, not called pills.
Stephen didn't clean up after himself. Again.
I'm excited. This is one of them games where the guy talks the entire time and won't give me an opportunity to do any commentary. I'm excited.
They definitely pay me too little for this.
It says here, hi, this is Kate Brooks, a reporter from the New Orleans Weekly. There we go. I couldn't find you at home. I'm starting to suspect you are avoiding me, Mr. Handman. Anyway, as you know, we'd like to write an article commemorating your wife's achievements. We would be delighted to talk to you about it. Along with this note, I'm also leaving my business card. Let me call you this evening, and I hope to find you at home or at the office. Regards. Regards. Regards.
They definitely pay me too little for this. Wednesday. It's not my favorite day.
Lipstick? Can't see it. No, it's gone now. Wednesday. Not my favorite
I work
day.
with corpses, but I don't have to smell like one.
Oh, I thought that was a safe. Toothpaste. Okay, well. The game's telling me to go to the bathroom for my pills, but there's like a bajillion things here for me to grab, so I guess I'll leave all that stuff and head to the bathroom. Here we go. When you smiling? When you smiling? The whole world smiles at you.
This place is starting to look like a hoarder's dream, rather than a storage room.
Hello, Andrea. I like how they made the skeletons on the wall comical. Here's the bathroom. Ew. Good lord! Why did I leave my pills in here? I could have. I'm just glad there wasn't no bodies in there. Alright, nothing to see.
Okay,
Yoink.
time to pull myself together
Yummy!
and get back to work.
I don't know why he sounds like he's echoing for. What's up, Jamie?
I need to set the camera first.
Alright, take the camera from the storage room. Aye, aye. Camera. Yoink.
Now remember, Jack, don't forget, hit the record button this time.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy
Oh, no.
Spirit,
Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. 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 All right, let's go.
Got my camera?
Let
Oh. I just swore those eyes were staring back at me. Thank God they weren't.
Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up.
Oh man, this tripod always holds up. Giggity! Tripod, there it is. Giggity!
Now, I just have to get everything in frame.
Oh, thank goodness. There are naked bodies in this game, and I did remember to turn on the nudity blur. Thank goodness. Frame the cadaver and begin recording. Cadaver framed, recording begin.
This should be fine. November
should be
20th, 1991. Time, 8:43 p.m. Recording for medical students from the University of Missouri. This autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Today, you will have the dubious pleasure of following a full autopsy, step by step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, this will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal.
Ah! Take a look at the chalkboard, alright? Toby. Take a look at the chalkboard. I'm looking at it. Nothing's happening. Oh, wrong chalkboard. Hey, that's great news, Tattoo Dad. Proud of you, buddy.
Let's start.
Tell students what is important in this profession. We'll go step by step, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll start with this.
Always wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
I don't like the voice actor.
The cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased. Make sure that all the necessary tools are always at hand so that you don't have to run around looking for something, like I do all the time. In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased. Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process.
Hello, Marcelo. Hello, Jojo.
During your research, be patient, inquisitive, but above all, attentive to detail. Many entries are visible at first glance, but sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon. Everyone will think you're talking to yourself.
Why is this guy reading like he's reading a smut book on some cheap Audible app? And then she caressed his erect nipples with her finger. She moaned and as saliva quivered on her lip. And then she ran her fingers through the back of his hair. Then she held out her hand so she could touch Scotty's wiener because Zach bought a round of super dogs for everybody.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
He sounds like the guy from the game Postal. Kinda, but much more sensual for some reason. I have no idea why he's reading like this. Talking about that sexy body. Put on your gloves. Be sure to lube up because we're going deep in that anus. We can pull out the organ, put them in a bottle.
Now, onto the police folder. That will contain all sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be and what potentially happened to them. So, let's take a closer look, shall we?
Well, David, sorry you had a bad day, buddy. That can cheer you up. Let's look at the police file. What does it say?
The deceased's name is Tobias Chambers, locally known as Old Toby. Homeless and unemployed for at least a couple of years.
Homeless and unemployed for a couple of years.
The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot at a gas station, where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash their car windows.
Why is that important?
The body was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone had thrown some boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man.
He's a professional. Maybe it's because that narrator from Baldur's Gate made everything so ASMR and sultry, but that got really old. That got really old really fast. The narrator for Baldur's Gate, it was cool and creepy and not unsettling, but it was very, it set the tone and the mood. And then after like 3 hours of hearing her narrate everything with this voice of just oozing description, whatever, man. What's up, Rick?
He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo. He was fired for being drunk and starting fights. His son runs a hardware store on his own. His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased.
His son. His son.
Signs of libation were found around the body.
Hey, Gooch
Empty
Goblin.
bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire,
Yo.
and a scattered makeshift blanket. That's it. It's worth remembering the context around the scene of a death. This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure without gloves.
I know how he died. Somebody bonked him in the head with a stick. Look at that hematoba. I knew that hat would annoy you. Hey, yo! Who walks into a room and does that? Hey, yo! Hey, yo! Where's Where's my gloves?
Now it's our turn to take some pictures for our files. If I can just remember where I left the camera.
You let me be.
It's in here somewhere.
Ew.
Ah, there you are. I knew it was here somewhere.
You say, yo, do you walk into a room full of people melting and
As
go,
I mentioned at the
hey,
beginning,
yo!
before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in.
I'm
We
just a
begin
grumpy
with
old
full
man.
body
Forget-
photo.
ignore
Try
me.
and stick to the top-down rule, but this is not always possible. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame.
You do? Hey, ignore me. I'm just a grumpy old man. I don't like anything that happened after 2020. Just ignore me. Take a general photo of the deceased. General. Oh, here we go.
Voila. Now we move on to the next step, looking for traces. Take
Voila.
your time. Look at the corpse from different sides, from different angles, up close, and from a distance. You're looking for anything out of the ordinary.
We would be best friends in real life. Yeah, because this is make believe. We'd be best friends in real life. Okay. Find marks on the bodies to photograph. All right, that guy's knees in pretty bad shape. Apparently, according. Ooh, them toes. Them toes. Here we go.
The boiler yield wound. Looks old. I'll take a closer look later.
Hey, yo! That guy got a stab wound. Hey, yo! It's. Oh, I say, oh.
Some wounds in the feet and signs of frostbite. Probably because the subject's shoes were too small.
Okay. Small wiener. Must have really screwed with his ego.
Hardened hands, worn out by physical work, and frostbite?
Hee pee pee. Hee pee pee.
That's something interesting.
Call
It
it
will be
hematoma?
necessary to check whether this injury was severe enough to cause damage to the brain.
Brian has a small pee-pee? Brian, why you pee-pee small?
In a moment, we will check which of our initial observations will be worthy of further consideration. But before we get to that, I need to write down some basic data.
Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana.
Brian got small pee-pee. Oh, mama. Diagnosis is sexy. You think this guy's sexy? He looks like me in 3 years. Hey, Mr. Scotty Blitz, where's your hair? I got stressed and I just don't care. head. You thought they were talking about me? Hey, if anybody's got a small PP, it's the king of small PP. Small PP Papa Blades. Small PP Papa. Get started, perform the autopsy, okay? How do I do that? Your PP is going to shrink in a few years? Yeah, 3 years. 3 years, tiny.
Personal information.
Holy
The
crap.
deceased was unclothed. Date. Okay, as you can see, I note everything down on previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record of every step of the autopsy. This not only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
Hey, Zachary B. 15 months. A blade master. Welcome back, my friend, from the field of battle. Thank you for swearing your allegiance to the League of Blades once again. Thank you, my friend, for 15 months. The blade master. Pixelated junk? Yeah, I had to do that so that we wouldn't get in trouble with YouTube. Oh! Mula mata, mula mata, mula mata. Hello, Tiffany.
Which spot first?
Well, listen. Let's take a look at them here. Now, maybe we will look at the place on his head. Let's look at it.
I can confirm the presence of ecchymosis on the deceased man's head.
Ecchymosis!
The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident just waiting to happen.
You can still smell alcohol on a cadaver after
That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. You can still smell alcohol that long after a cadaver dies? Interesting. Or you know what I mean. How long that bought? Forget it. I ain't no goddamn doctor. I can barely spell.
It looks like a burn mark, no doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this case.
That's true. That's not what killed him. That's true.
Here we can see frostbite on the fingertips. We can tell by the characteristic skin color.
Blunt force trauma. That's a lot of trauma. Somebody gave that guy a lot of trauma. Look at all that trauma. Also, why is his nipples so low on his chest? I guess all nipples are that low. I guess. You know, I don't normally look at nipples. It's odd, because I love boobies, but I don't just stare at nipple placement. Normally, I would imagine the nipples to be more up here. They're way down there. Yeah, whatever. How do I... Here we go. Take a look at little wiener man's foot. Yeah.
Definitely a painful mix of frostbite,
They are low?
abrasions, and blisters. Old Toby had been wearing shoes too small for him for a very long time. That's if he wore any at all.
And that's if he any at all. That's right, folks. You can use code Autopsy at Adam and Eve to get your own doggy-style pleasure pillow. Pleasure pillow. So that your partner's knees don't get tired while you last 20 seconds long.
So far, there are a lot of superficial wounds, but only one serious injury to the head. Let's go back
Highlight-
to our notes.
Okay, highlight the previously found wounds on the clipboard mannequins. Hey, Mr.
First, I
Clipboard.
mark the location of the injuries and make notes for each one. So,
So,
the head wound. Definitely an important clue. This is something we'll investigate first.
subdural hematoma.
What day?
A spa day.
What's this word spa? I feel like you're starting to say a word and you're not finishing it. Are you trying to say spaghetti? Are you taking me for a spaghetti day?
Subdermal hematoba. Eucalyptus shat smasher.
Even though this type of wound didn't contribute to the deceased's death, we're still required to record it.
You think this guy's trying to sound like Wesker? I don't think Wesker was... I mean, maybe. There's a little Wesker there. Less nutting in your pants. But, I mean, if I wore leather all the time, tight leather around my crotch, I might be nutting all the time too. Who knows? Is this Mortuary's Assistant? Yes. This is a new update to Mortuary's Assistant.
We're not in frost season yet, but high humidity, wind, and the inability to warm up can also be causes of frostbite.
What? We're not in you can get frostbite not in wintertime? Interesting.
If Toby's body was cold for a prolonged period, the frostbite could have resulted from the body's defense reaction. The safety of the internal organs is more important than fingers, nose, or ears. As you can see, we don't have much to go on. Let's write down what preliminary causes of death we can think of.
Okay.
Various types of accidents are a common cause of death among the homeless and the elderly. Perhaps old Toby slipped and accidentally hit his head.
Why are homeless people dying from head slipping injuries?
This is of no interest to us.
Yeah.
Considering the conditions in which he slept, his body may have become hypothermic. The nights have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. Since the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol, I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list.
This is interesting. This is kind of like giving you the insight of how a autopsy investigator works. Very good.
We still have one thing left from the basics. Rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis. Perform the rigor mortis examination. And the rigor mortis examination would begin here,
Well,
of course.
We take our deceased by the hand.
Uh-huh.
Gradually we raise it.
Uh-huh. 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 Oh, what? Oh. Uh-huh. Cool. Uh-huh.
Now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the conclusion? Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police information appears correct.
Hello, Heather. Okay. Very good.
Head trauma seems the most promising, so we'll start there. For this, I need an oscillating saw.
Select the skull saw and open the cranium.
The cut is made from ear to ear. After which, we remove the skin and the top of the skull.
10 out of 10 best game. 10 out of 10 best. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 best game. 10 out of 10 best coolest game. 10 out of 10 coolest best 10 out of 10 super game. Super cool, great game. Good gameplay, good graphics, great game.
After the basic examination, we can see that the brain's cerebral gyri in both hemispheres are symmetric. The brain looks good. Let's take a cross-section.
In order to do this, you've got to, something inside of you's got to be dead or unplugged or something. There's something going on inside for you to be this.
One day you will have to answer for your actions, and God may not be so merciful.
Hey, Mr. Taliban!
Some pathologists prefer to examine organs without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now.
Dissect the brain on the cutting board.
Holding a long, narrow blade knife in the dominant hand, we slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us.
You know, my dad was a butcher. This is easy.
So far, so good.
Ah!
The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
Oh.
We can rule the fatal accident out as well.
Alright, so the fall didn't kill him. This is where they make roast beef. This is your dream job. My best friend.
It's a trap.
It's a 100% a trap. My best friend, she is I think she's legitimately, her title is mortuary's assistant. And she's a bright, beautiful, awesome human being. But something's disconnected in there. Something's unplugged. Something is cut off. You're doing this like you're cutting the brain of a human. You're one salted lick away from being a cannibal. Exclude fall, alright.
Brain is in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs. I grab a scalpel from my kit.
I grab a scrapple from my crit.
The incision should be in the shape of
We
use a deep cut to reach all the way to the ribs and to penetrate the abdominal wall.
Aha, pee-pee. Aha, pee-pee. Killer.
Alright, now we peel back and separate the skin.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ah! Ah!
We need to remove the ribs. We'll need the loppers for this.
Yummy!
Oh! Loppers!
Quite a satisfying crunch.
Shut the
After
hell
removing the
up!
cartilage tissue, we instantly notice two things.
Bad
Firstly,
lungs.
there is no congestion of the internal organs. This means that although the deceased was hypothermic, it didn't kill him. Secondly, the deceased smoked like a chimney. So, we should take a closer look at those lungs.
Hypothermia can happen hot weather. Alexander the Great almost died because he jumped into a river that was actually freshly melted water from the ice caps in the mountain and nearly died. Yeah, he also screwed his mom.
We can see widespread black and tarry deposits caused by smoking cigarettes.
Hello, Andrew.
Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too.
He allegedly screwed his mom?
Didn't kill her, but...
Did you see how hot his mom was? I'd screw her too.
What was I talking about? Lungs. Yes. Advanced inflammation.
Yeah, if my mom was that hot, if my mom was Angelina Jolie, you know how hard it would be for me not to bang my mom? Angelina Jolie was the first woman that I ever... Mark the damage to the lung on the clipboard. Damage! Alright.
What now?
Select the
Syringe. Now's a good time to collect some samples.
Select the syringe and obtain 3 samples. Very good.
Specifically 3. From the eye, the heart, and the bladder. I'm interested to see the concentration of alcohol in the body.
Why would there be alcohol in his eyeball?
Vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse.
Pokey pokey. Pokey 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 pokey. Pokey 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 pokey. You pulled your pud to Angelina Jolie? Oh, like 300 times. In one day.
5 milliliters from the left ventricle should do it.
He was my first real crush.
Left on the bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid.
Alcohol can come out through your pores? Yeah, but does your eyeball have pores? You used to pull your pud to Angelina Jolie too, Shayla? Nice. Does alcohol come out of your eyes? Why? What to do if you get hand sanitizer in your eyes? Alcohol has the potential to cause chemical burns to the outermost layer of your eye. Oh. There's also a move called vodka eyeballing. The practice of consuming vodka by pouring it directly into your eye socket where it's absorbed through the mucous membranes. You know, that might make me blind, but guess what?
Both of Ash's Pokemon are water types, and they're totally weak against fire type.
When I saw Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider, my God, hotness. Yeah. It wasn't, I don't remember. Rachel Weisz from The Mummy. I got a thing for brown-eyed, dark-haired, voluptuous women, and the reason why is because it came from Rachel Weisz and Angelina Jolie. Anyway.
Now we take our samples to the centrifuge, but before I do that, I need to find my notebook. My dyscalculia means that I always double-check the settings.
They did a beer bong up the butt in the first Jackass. I don't know how half them guys are alive. Retrieve the notebook from the office with the necessary values. Okay.
Please excuse me while I run and fetch it.
See? He's talking to the dead body like it's his best friend. That's not normal. But are you guys prepared for spooky? Because you better hold on to your dookie. Things are about to get spooky. I guarantee it. Catheterize him? He's alright. I don't think it's called catheterize, is it? Ain't it called... What is it called to put a catheter in? I was thinking cauterize, that's not right. Yoinkage?
This whole thing is covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime.
Sandy? Catheterization? Use the centrifuge. What in the hell is a centrifuge? If you're just joining the show, did you know that you can drink vodka through your eyeball? It's called vodka eyeballing, and apparently it doesn't kill you. It just makes you stronger.
But the word is, the lab will be open tomorrow.
Catheterization, bless you, Ted. I know it's allergy season. Alright, use the centrifuge. Oh, this thing right here. Prepare to put in this laser disc and watch a copy of Aliens. The smash Ridley Scott. Wait. Ridley Scott didn't direct. See, I think Ridley Scott directed. James Cameron directed one of the Alien movies. I think. I think Ridley Scott directed the first Alien. And did James Cameron do the second movie? Aliens? Or was that Roger Zemeckis? I can't remember.
We put all of the
James
samples
Cameron.
into the rotor.
Place the samples.
Now, we set the appropriate time and speed.
How long? Notes. Oh, time 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Speed 70%.
Okay, let's roll.
Activate centrifuge. Well, he's still laying there. That's good. Start mixing. How? Activate. Turn on the mixer. Activate mixer. Plug in the mixer. The rum's gone. No. Anybody know how to use a centrifuge? Insert burrito into microwave. Set timer for 2 minutes. I don't know how to make it spin. There's no on button. Huh. I actually met the guy who starred as Bishop in the Aliens movie. Nice. Is it on 70? Oh. You're exactly right.
Oh, shit. The fuses again. Where were we? Oh, yes. The blood alcohol concentration. Let's see what we've got here.
What's up, Christian?
Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all.
What'd he say? Eau de parfum? That basically just means he had a lot of alcohol in his system,
We
right?
will now focus on the cardiovascular system, specifically the heart.
All right, nurse. I'm sterile. Let's do this.
We remove the organ and examine it closely.
Yoinkage?
We look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other elements that stand out as abnormal. At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to Toby's death.
No changes! That's a fresh looking heart right there, guys. That's a good looking heart.
Now let's take a closer look at the stomach.
Removes the stomach.
Size is normal, healthy, and as expected, the stomach has no major external damage. We must now cut it open and inspect inside.
I'm fighting the urge. I'm blowing this thing like Zelda's. Fighting the urge to do it. I won't do it.
We will do it carefully so that its contents do not spill out.
Dissect the stomach on the cutting board. All right.
We open the stomach along the greater curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end. Oh, I already feel like there's something left inside.
Ooh, I'm excited. Guys, I've got the steadiest hands in all of gaming. My dad was a butcher. This stuff comes natural. I used to cut people up all the time.
Okay, large amount of gas. Small amounts of yellow, grayish food content, resembling some kind of meat. Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents.
Return to the autopsy. Oh! The bulk of his stomach had already made doo-doo, so we gotta pull out his doo-doo pipes. Let's take...
There are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is... It couldn't have been suffocation, could it? I'll add this to the list and move on to the deceased's neck.
Doo-doo pipes. We are both sorry for the Brian thing. Oh, I think Brian knows. He's been not only a fan of the community, but also a mod for the last 2 years. I'm pretty sure that Brian knows that we know that he doesn't have a small PP. I mean, you guys make fun of my personal appearance every single day. We know you don't mean it. We don't care. Doesn't matter. Anyway. Let's pull out the doo-doo pipes. The doo-doo pipes are calling. Begin a thorough trachea analysis by examining the organ. I'll live. Oh, not the doo-doo pipes. He thinks he might have puked the food up.
At first glance, the trachea looks normal. Same result as with the stomach. The external inspection doesn't tell us anything. This time we'll cut on a tray. While cutting such a small organ as the trachea, we must make a precise incision.
Watch this.
To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing.
So he barfed and asphyxiated on his barf? No! He barfed and asphyxiated on his barf! Oh no! He Jimi Hendrixed himself. Teddy Wilbucks. Sorry, man, I was at Walmart at 9:30 last night when I was supposed to be streaming. Life just got in the way yesterday and I had to run some errands. And it just happened I was at Walmart at 9:30. I couldn't make it back to stream. So I missed your birthday yesterday. But I would be honored and privileged to sing you happy birthday. It's been a pretty birthday-centric time of the year for the Teddy Wilbucks family. We just sung your daughter happy birthday the other night, Madeline. So I wish Teddy Wilbucks a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dearest Teddy.
Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back.
Happy birthday to you.
Then, the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death.
So he died from Jimi Hendrixing, huh? You're 6'3" and your daughter's 6'4"? Cool. Solid genes there. Solid genes. Is the game stuttering or running smooth? It's captioned weird on my end, but it looks good on y'all's end. Note the main cause of death. The main cause of death was drowning on his own puke.
That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties.
You're so funny, guy. The deceased probably fell asleep or fainted after drinking a large amount of alcohol. It's concentrated. It's quiet on your end? Oh, I can turn it up. No wonder he made a huge barbarian character. There you go. Asphyxiation. 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 Decide the appropriate manner of death. Asphyxiation. Manner of death. Accident.
And now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now, signature.
Let me write it down.
The mystery is solved.
Yeah.
But for us, this is not the end. First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up.
Take that, internet!
For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, we unroll the skin flaps.
Okay. Take that, internet! Sometimes Scotty is
And then
12.
we sew the deceased back up.
Don't ever grow up, you'll be old and grumpy like me.
I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
It's just this easy, guys.
Beautiful.
It's this easy. Hey, Grave Ghost.
Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
Uh-huh. What's up, Austin? Place the body in the fridge. Place the body in the fridge. Place the body in the fridge.
I'll drop these samples off at the lab on the way to the bar.
Did you not just dissect a guy who died from drinking too much? Head to your car in the parking lot. What about all these organs that's just laying out? Are you gonna let them shrivel up and shrivel and die overnight? Alright, well. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a man.
I'll call Steven. I don't feel like drinking alone today.
Don't feel like drinking alone. The bias chamber. So that was the prologue to the game. We beat the Uh-oh! 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 Don't be Tobias, and don't be my best friend Steven. Oh, it's just Bone Daddy. The Skeletor. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh no! I'm getting Jon Snowed right now from Game of Thrones. Oh no! To be or not to be? I'm getting boned right now. I'm racking my skull trying to think of a good pun. Are we watching Man of Steel? Man, you guys are just on it. Chapter 1. Chapter 1.
Forgive me.
Ah. Oh yeah, he's got psychosis problems. It says him, not me.
What? Christ. What a dream. Ah, fuck.
Well, you know your life is squared away and you're living at the foot of the cross when there's a plate of spaghetti and meatballs beside your bed.
Luigi, I'm trying to sneak around the Bowser to rescue the princess, but I'm a dummy thick. and the clap of my ass cheeks are alerting the coop.
Yep. How many times have you fell asleep still wearing your work clothes from the day before? You know, the work clothes that you used to saw the skull off of the human body? Oh, my knickknacks. This isn't good.
I wasn't able to support her through this.
Oh boy.
It's always good to have something for a rainy day.
Oh boy. Oh.
She got it for her first day of work, and she broke it the same. It was a miracle that the coffee didn't wash off the writing. And that she said yes.
Oh boy.
Till death do us part.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Stop, I want to grab the note.
It's always good to have
I don't
something
care
for a
about the
rainy
money, read the
day.
note. Ah!
These were from Thanksgiving. Stephen invited me. I was going to give them to his mother, but then I met Alice.
Up
That was the
forehead.
first time I saw her.
So we're making fun of personal appearances tonight, are we? Does that mean I get to do it too?
So much light everywhere.
So much light. Take your pills in the bathroom. Bathroom? Yes!
Pill a day keeps the defective Jack away.
That's a stupid rhyme and you know it.
It's a shame these won't help with my hangover.
Ring-a-ding-ding!
The fucking phone.
Crazy Jack. Foothill Ford Motorsports. King Kia.
Okay. I know I'm late. I'll be there soon. It's not like the dead are impatient.
Jack, no.
Alice? Who is this?
It's Charlotte Graves.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. I thought it was work calling.
It's okay. I hate it when work calls me at home, too. How is everything? We haven't talked since... you know.
Well, there are good days, and there are bad days. What can I say? At least I can hide away at work.
Well, you always were the most comfortable in the dissecting room. Listen, I have an unusual request.
Okay, how can I help?
Take a dead
It's
guy's
nothing
finger and stick it in my
serious.
bum.
Just wanted to ask, do you have any pictures of Alice? Maybe one where the two of us are together? I'd love to have something to remind me of her.
I guess. I'm not sure. I'll look through her things.
Thank you. I'm sorry to trouble you with this. All this can't be easy for you.
I'll get through it somehow. I've been meaning to sort through her stuff for a while. Have you asked Stephen if he has anything?
Yes, I spoke with him this morning. He said he gave everything to their mother and that I should ask you.
I see.
Jack, I know you're trying. That you cope somehow. Stephen's there for you. Although, well, we all know how he can be. But, I mean, if you wanted to reminisce about Alice, talk.
I really should go now. I overslept, I'm late for work, and I still have some errands to run on the way.
Oh. Okay, sure. Sorry to keep you.
I'll look for something and send it over. Thanks for the call, and bye.
Oh, do you have my address?
Not on hand. You'd best remind me again.
292 Browning Lane, apartment 432, Johnson City, New York, 13790.
Got it. Thanks.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me. Just miss her so much.
Yeah, me too. And that's okay. Really, no problem.
Thank you. Take care, Jack.
You too, Charlotte. It was nice to hear you. Well, that was a bit unexpected. I should probably find something to send.
Get a wriggle on. Find a photo of Alice and an envelope to send to Charlotte. Good evening, Jason. Hello, Ryan. If I was a autopsy simulator, if I worked in a morgue or as an autopsy pathologist, my OCD wouldn't let me sleep without a shower. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I can't. I am such a germaphobe that I keep Germex on me at all times. Mr. Big Bad Scotty Blades, you know, karate and tactical experience and scar tissue and kicking ass, whatever. I keep a bottle of Germex. I am a huge germaphobe. Do not like germs. And like when I would come home from work, my other profession I used to have, I wouldn't walk into the house with my clothes on that I was wearing when I was out and about in the world. I would go into the garage and I would have a whole process of taking off my gear and taking off my boots and putting my boots and spraying my boots down with Lysol. And I had a wash machine and a dryer out in my garage, and I would immediately take all of my clothes off right there and throw them in a washing machine and wash them before I'd go inside of the house. And get this whole big, almost like, what's that thing they do in movies when you go into a contaminated area? They not delouse you. There's a word for it. Find a photo of Alice and an envelope to send to Charlotte.
Menu
Are you Alice?
for today: dinner in town and takeaway coffee.
And dinner in town. What is a wash machine? Decontamination, is that what it's called? There's a word for it. Yeah, maybe it is just decon. Maybe it's just decon. Get deconned. Where you wash your clothes? Yeah! Oh. She's beautiful! She looks like the big boob chick from 2.5 Waitresses. Whatever that show's called. That chick's hilarious. Kat Dennings, I think's her name. She's hilarious. There's a picture of her. That's a really good show, too. They're both hilarious. No, not disinfectant. There's a word for it. Decon station? Something like that. I can't remember what it's called. Find a photo. Well, these are all photos of her. Why can't I use these? Birthday. On the downside, you're getting old. On the plus side, unlike me, you won't start going bald. Happy birthday, dear sis, Steven. Oh, Steven is my ex-wife's brother.
I still feel uneasy. At this time, Alice would probably be sitting here reading a book.
Fumigate. There's a... What's it called when you're exposed to chemicals and you are put in a shower? No. Preventative measures following possibly being exposed to chemicals. I don't know. Hello, Morgan. Decon? Maybe it is just decon. You know what I'm talking about, though? Like, you wear the spacesuit, you walk around in the zone, and then before you walk back into the safe area, which may be like a big tent that's fumigated, and it's pumping air out. So when you go in, there's a hatch. So you come from the exposed area, then you walk into a wash-off zone. And then they shut the door behind you, and they spritz you with whatever is on you, and you take your stuff off and you get spritzed, and then when you're clean, they open the door to the actual air location and you walk in and shuts the door behind it. I think it's just called decon. Yeah, decon. What's up, Luna? That's not Larry.
I'm not in the mood for music lately.
Find a photo of Alice. Alice? Decon D's nuts. Nice. There she is.
Alice didn't like this portrait. Alice didn't like this portrait.
Alice didn't like sucking my balls. I made her do it anyway.
Do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway.
It's been almost a year.
It's been 6 weeks since I got deconned. Where is this photo they want me to get? Alice had an experience? Yeah. Nice chocolate salty balls. You, Alice? I'm on a list now for Googling safety shower. I see my boy up there struggling. I'm gonna give him a hand. What's another word for safety? What's another word for safety shower? What's that safety shower where everybody gets wet? Is there a safety shower where we all get wet? Which picture of Alice are you wanting?
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry.
3 days since the Chinese chicken. Go start chicken. We're gonna swab up. We're gonna find us on the flavors. Rabba dabba wubba 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 dabba dabba hubba wubba flabba have a cooper on the shamble. And the winners in the center for fantasy. And the ball in the shin, ball in the shin. I'm gonna laugh at funeral. Gonna grab a job on the funeral. It's been.
The view isn't spectacular.
Shut up, loser.
Why does that car look familiar?
Huh? Car.
The view isn't spectacular. Why does that car look familiar?
A foam party? Hey, one of the worst fights I've ever been in my entire life was at a club in Myrtle Beach called Club Kryptonite during a foam party. I got into a knockdown, drag-out fight with a guy and ended up getting 3 of my teeth busted.
An indispensable element of every office. I should...
Where's the picture? Right up, a Chinese chicken. The hell? Hello, Michelle.
Some days, I just feel like setting fire to all this paperwork.
Scotty, it would have
Fed
been
up
my
with it.
honor 10 years ago. Do what?
It hurts too much to look at these, but I can't throw them away. It's just too dirty to use. Nah, I'll shower later. Alice didn't like this portrait.
Where is the photo that I need? I've looked at every photo of a chick in this house.
Menu for today. dinner in town and takeaway coffee. I'm not in the mood.
Get a picture! Scotty's 2024. Maybe try pressing pictures of men too.
They certainly have more will to live than I do.
Stop trying to push your modern agendas on me. I'm a man. That's how I like it.
Nice cock.
Where's the picture? Oh, I could have just left. It's been...
Alice used to joke that smoking near...
Spoken in the boys' room was...
Oh, shit. Almost left the door open.
Okay. You mentioned I think her sister wants a picture of... Oh, yeah, you're right. You did say, can you find a picture of Alice, preferably one of us together. You're right. It's been 6 years since I took a picture with my sister, and I'm expecting her widowed husband to try to find it for me. I'm a bad friend to you. I know you got an alcohol problem and you touch old guys doo-doo because they poop on your operating table. Whose desk are these? Whose house am I in? Where is everybody? Why do these knobs not work? Why is Cillian Murphy on this thing with Keira Knightley? Is Cillian Murphy and Keira Knightley ever been in a movie together?
Consisting of bills, advertising leaflets, and pious reminders about the upcoming end of the world.
Wait a second. Is my house... I am very confused right now. Are one of these cars mine? Oh, I guess after I find a picture of Alice in an envelope, I go there and I mail it. So this guy animated this entire area out here for me after I find the picture to walk down here and mail it, I guess. Hey guys, if you've not done so already, we're at the hour and almost the hour and a half mark of the broadcast. Leave us a like so that you know I like you. Let us know that you like us, or whatever. Teddy Wilbucks, I want to thank my heroes real quick. Teddy Wilbucks, thank you for your super chat. Zachary B, 15 months, a Blade Master. Mama Justice gifting 5 memberships. Thank you, guys. Also, Brian stole, but it's not showing up on my alerts. My alerts are just all out of whack. Brian? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
Menu for today: dinner in town and takeaway coffee.
Zachary B! $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Zachary B. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for that tribute. Thank you for the $20 dono. Thank you very much for being my hero. Thank you, my friend. I've searched this whole house upside down.
The view isn't spectacular. Why does that car look familiar?
The van? I mean, that's as good of a picture. I'm guessing the game's jammed. Maybe because I did everything out of order. Maybe. There's no more pictures in this house. Every single picture of a female I have picked up and examined.
An indispensable element of every office. I should really try and read a few of these.
Oh, her things in my memoir box. No? That was a good idea, though. So that's the photo that I did the whole emotional thing about.
Time flies, and probably doesn't have to get up to work.
I don't know, guys.
I wasn't able to support her through this. Till death do us part. She got it for her first day of work, and she said it was for luck. Alice didn't. Alice. It hurts too much to look at these, but I can't throw them. It hurts. It hurts too much to look at these.
Open them up, loser.
Some days, I just feel like setting fire to all this paperwork.
See how the game's jamming right here? See where that's floating around?
I should really try and read a few of these. An indispensable element of every office. I should really
Under the box is another drawer.
Nah, The remnants of last night's binge with Steven. I'm not sure if it's still edible.
The photo box is a drawer in it?
It hurts too much. It hurts too much to look at these. But I can't throw them away.
Oh my god!
Alice and Charlotte in Amsterdam.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
Your idea, big guy. Hey, Poopy Ray.
We're jamming, 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 jamming. And we're jamming in the name of the Lord. We're jamming.
Finally, Scotty. Jesus. Finally, he found something. Did I go back in time yet?
I got family.
Did I go back in time yet? We're jamming. Eating at a restaurant and they bring you your check. Check, please. And then they bring you your check and you cash out. So when I'm signing my check, when I give them my debit card, signature's a lipstick kiss? Well, I don't normally visit places where they sign you your stuff with a lipstick kiss. So, honey, where you been tonight? Oh, you know, babe. Down at Twin Peaks. You like writing in cursive? I do too, actually. It's like writing in Sanskrit. Uh-huh. No running in the hall. Nobody tells Scotty Blades what to do. Andrew Beveridge has came from the field of battle and swore his allegiance to the League of Blades and taken his place here in the Hall of Heroes where he belongs. Andrew Beveridge, thank you so much for returning to us as a Blade Master. Renewed, hell yeah. Hell yeah, indeed. Good job, my friend. For supporting the show. We jamming. Summer 1975. What year did this game take place?
It's hard to believe they've known each other for so long.
Shut up.
These were from Thanksgiving. Stephen invited me. I was going to give them to his mother, but then I met Alice. That was the first time I saw her.
We're jamming. Alright, where's that envelope at?
It would be better if Charlotte had this. It deserves to be on display and not hidden in a drawer.
Envelope? Envelope? Find the photo in an envelope. Envelope? 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 Andrew Beveridge coming through with the $20 dono. Thank you, Andrew. I'm 20. That was Zach. For the two, with the two, I mean, either way. Thank you very much. Membering up and.
It hurts too much to look at these, but I can't throw them away. Okay, time to go to work. I'm seriously late.
Post the letter in the mailbox. All right, we can leave now. Did I grab my car keys?
I should grab some coffee and aspirin on the way.
Very good. We took care of that. Progress.
These fluorescent tubes are brutal.
Yeah, well, what you get for drinking and getting hungover. Have we got possessed yet? Are we Matt Damon? Not yet. We've not seen anything spooky yet, interestingly enough. The only thing spooky that's happened so far is how long it took me to find a photograph. Also, I take that back. I said we've not found anything creepy. That there Winnebago at the end of this aisle is pretty creepy. Oh yeah, the spooky skulls. Well, I got PTSD hardcore, so I dream stupid shit like that every night, so that didn't really get me.
I hope
I'm looking
this
for
helps,
supernatural spooky woo-woo.
Okay. All done here. Time to go.
Hello?
Huh?
Get in your car and leave for work. Are you my car? You are.
Damn, I forgot my jacket. Well, I'll brave it for tonight. Too bad.
Too bad. Too bad. We're jamming. Jamming to the morning light. Oh, yes! We're jamming. We're jamming to the morning light.
Nice and fresh. At least it's peaceful here.
Shut up, loser. We're jamming. Stop stuttering, game. Bingus. Time to go to my office.
Good evening, Mr. Ridley.
The timesheet handman.
Remember to sign Handman. That's me. I'm Handman. Handman, if you leave the autopsy mess again and go home, I'll put it in your car, I promise. I mean, I did leave a bunch of organs laying around. How can I help you? Go to your office.
Some corpses have more personality than this guy.
That's storage.
Christ. Who leaves the window open in the middle of November? So I'd better check the answering machine.
One thing at a time, my guy. Close the window first. That would have been a perfect opportunity for a jump scare. A peek up.
Hi, Jack. I dropped by a little early today. I left the body with Ridley in the corridor. He wasn't sitting in the locker then, so maybe he'll even throw him into the room. Well, how are you doing? I mean, it's your first birthday without her, and... This, I still have a hangover, and you know me, I run to the John like the neighbor's fucking dog. You know, today I slipped on his shit again. That fucking furball. He always has to shit next to my car. Anyway, I can't come over in the evening, but we'll catch up on the weekend, okay? Bye. I almost forgot. Charlotte called me this morning. She asked about you, so answer your calls, Jack. This time it's not a reprimand for being late.
That's par for the course. I wonder when this clown will learn to look under his feet.
What's up, Ryan? Welcome back, buddy. Expect your muffin.
Birthday. I actually forgot it was today. Alice baked me muffins like these every birthday. A treat for later. I always crave something sweet after a section. Okay, joke's over. Apron, gloves, and get to work.
You always go live at 2 a.m. in Scotland, so you're usually in bed? Sorry, buddy. 9 p.m. my time is the earliest that I can go live based on what I got going on right now in my life, so I apologize. Good to have you tonight, though. Put on the apron hanging in the dissecting room. No muffin for me. That is kind of a sad little muffin.
Maybe later. I'm still
No muffin
hungover,
now.
and
Dissect
it might
now,
tip me
muffin
over the
later.
edge.
Bringus! No dissect now, muffin later. Oh, a new body. I hope she's got tits. An awful thing to say. God damn. We jamming. Where's my apron so I can cut this chick? Yoink.
Oh,
Gloves?
man.
Good idea.
I remember you. You were on that talent show. What was your name again?
You know, I'm just joking. But he said it. I remember you. We're jamming.
I need to order another batch of these. I've got to remember to do that later.
He sounds hot. Well,
And
good for
that's
you.
the whole point.
Set up the camcorder to document the autopsy. All right. We're jamming.
Steven
Don't
laughs
move.
at me for recording everything. He says I have a bigger collection of stuff like this than most of the creeps he's caught. November 21st, 1991. Time, 9:13 p.m. The autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Lecture for the Medical University of Missouri. After yesterday's lecture, you should already know the ins and outs, so today we'll be consolidating our knowledge. So, where do I start? That's right, police folder.
That's right. Yeah, up our waist for you. Let's go take a look at what's up our waist for you, Chad. What does it say? Holy crap. There's a lot in here.
Ah, yes, Samantha Barker. Now remember, there's probably going to be a lot of chatter about this. Found in her own apartment by police patrol. Officers were called by a concerned friend of the deceased, who had been unable to contact Barker for several days. During the interrogation, a friend of the deceased admitted that Samantha never got to grips with the sudden fame that came after winning such a high-profile talent show.
Uh-oh. What's up, James? Hello, Pea-Pie. $5 says she possessed, $5 says you're right.
The deceased was found in her own apartment, in a semi-recumbent position on an armchair. Large quantities of alcohol and empty packets of sleeping pills were also found in the apartment.
Alcohol's the devil.
After her first album became a commercial success, she was hit with a creative drought. She suffered panic attacks and severe sleep problems. Drugs and medication came into play. When questioned, friends admitted that Samantha's last days before losing contact seemed extremely happy and relaxed. She also quit drinking alcohol and mentioned something about rehab. The friend also admits that there was no indication of an impending tragedy.
So, they're doing a movie documentary about her. Amy Winehouse? Did she win a talent show? Even kind of looks like her a little bit.
Well, let's see what settled this matter. As you can see, the body is fully clothed. Therefore, before we move on to photographic documentation, we must remove the clothes. This time, we don't have to focus on the clothes too much. However, there are cases where a clothing analysis can lead to the cause of death.
Remove clothes from the cadaver. Okay.
Okay, now we can continue with the examination. Again, begin by taking photographs of the cadaver. I guarantee that over time it will cease being embarrassing for you. First, we photograph the whole body.
Nickelback's freaking out right now. Don't do it! Don't do it!
And now, any suspicious looking marks or wounds.
Suspicious marks or wounds. Here?
Yes, I've seen this many times.
A hand. That looks pretty suspicious.
Interesting. Very uneven. We need to investigate this.
Very uneven. We need to investigate it. We need to look further at what's going on here.
You don't get such bruises from a normal contusion.
Don't get such bruises from a normal. What's wrong? Beaten.
Well, there's even more here.
Well, maybe it was me who killed her all along. You know, because of the creepy, weird-ass, dumb way that I talk. Nothing to say about that there, loser?
A few we will need to look into here.
Got her open. Analyze the photographic material. Bop, 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 bop. Perform the autopsy. Here we go.
Notes prepared. Time to take a closer look.
First things first. What was the first thing I noticed? Her hands? I want to inspect the areas of concern with the magnifying glass. Very good. Is this supposed to be his inner monologue, or is he actually speaking out loud? A little bit of both. He's definitely speaking out loud most of the time. A little bit of both. Take a look at those hands.
And here's something interesting. The skin of the deceased is covered with numerous blisters. Some of them are ruptured. Others still contain fluid residue.
Uh-huh. Fluid residue. So these are like... These busted right before she passed away.
Such bruises are caused by either a very heavy blow or by some internal issues. The number of bruises suggests that there may have been some kind of tussle.
Not a tussle. A tussle. Based on these bruises, there might have been a tussle.
Some furrows have imprinted more strongly, others less, as if someone was, undecided. More numerous blisters. We have some leads to investigate here. Let's write this down.
Let's write this down. Highlight the previously found wounds on the clipboard mannequin. There we go.
On the neck of the deceased, we can see clear furrows, indicating that strangulation may be the probable cause of death.
Holy crap. That's true.
Given the condition of the deceased, it's difficult to tell immediately whether the bruises were the result of a struggle or perhaps the result of iron deficiency.
Skin, it ain't in.
You see, this guy's all like, huh, the tussle marks on her chin. He's saying that. That's how I'm talking in my head. If it ain't skin, it ain't in.
Currently, it's difficult to say whether the bruises were the result of a beating or whether it could be some kind of internal bleeding.
Hematoma!
In general, such blisters usually appear in the case of mechanical abrasions, but due to the place of occurrence, this should be excluded. The most likely cause of such skin changes is the high concentration of barbiturates in the body.
You're a bitch.
Although it's easier to have abrasions on your feet, but the number and size of the blisters suggest that it's probably a matter of barbiturate poisoning.
You're a bitch.
A severed spinal cord, trauma to the larynx, or trachea will verify whether the hanging was the final nail in Miss Barker's coffin.
What's up, Daniel?
Examination with a UV lamp will dispel some doubts. Potential attackers could have left traces. After examining the organs, we can easily verify whether there was internal bleeding or whether the deceased was suffering from something. I'll add barbiturates to the list of necessary tests, to be checked in the lab later. Given the testimony of the victim's friend, I add alcohol poisoning to the list of potential causes of Miss Barker's death. A blood test will no doubt quickly verify that hypothesis.
I wonder if this is scripted or if these are random.
But first I'll check for external traces. For this we use the good old UV lamp.
The good
I look
old
carefully at the whole
UV
body.
lamp.
UV rays will reveal any traces. The area around the head is empty.
Yeah.
Right hand clean. Torso empty without marks. The left hand seems to be fine. No marks. Legs, there's nothing here. Well, nothing to surprise us here. Now gently, we take the deceased by the hand.
Time for the rigor mortis
We
test.
check for rigor mortis. Again, the hand falls freely. After yesterday, you should know what this means. Since we don't have a definitive lead, we will examine all the key organs one by one. So, I'm starting the internal inspection. I dissect the skin of the deceased. And I proceed to deflect the skin flaps. Compared with
Deflecting
yesterday's
skin
body,
flaps.
the deceased has only trace amounts of adipose tissue.
Hey, Legal Blades! What's going on? You guys having a good night? Whoop, 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 whoop!
Now for the ribs.
Where's my loppers?
What do we have here? Or rather, what don't we have?
I fucking
there is
choked.
Certainly no sign of internal bleeding. Sometimes regarding bruising, it doesn't take much.
Man.
My wife was constantly banging into furniture, walking into door frames. That's a wonder she never broke anything. Before I disembowel the deceased, I will take samples for toxicological tests to determine the alcohol content in the body. I just need my syringe.
You made that word up.
Just to be
Toxicological?
sure, I'm taking samples from 3 organs: the eyeball, the heart, and the bladder. Analysis will rule out, or confirm, alcohol poisoning as the cause of death.
Did you miss boobs? No. As you can see, I have got the genitalia option sensor on. So no boobs, no wiener, no nothing like that. Time to receive alcohol from the eyeball, as you do. I had no idea that your eyeball stored alcohol. That's a new one on me. Yeah, her lungs look awful.
All done. I'll transfer
All done.
these to the centrifuge.
You do that. No wieners.
What was it? 15, 70, 10, 75?
70, 17, 55. What was it? Looks like she had a tussle. Little
My
tussle.
old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
Hey! You stay there. I'm gonna go get the book. Don't you move.
Maybe one day I won't need my notebook.
But maybe today, not that. Hustle.
Numbers have never been my strong point. It's
Hustle.
probably why I regularly forgot birthdays and anniversaries. I'm
Well,
lucky
it's just
Alice
'cause you're
always
an
forgave
asshole.
me.
Hustle. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. It's hustle. Hey, Lonnie. Wanna go out for a beer later? I'm talking to you. This man talks too damn much. Nice to watch you play a game without constant blurps. Quick, everybody! Play everything! Go, 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 go! Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah!
That's really important for YouTube. It lets YouTube know that
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
We're doing it. YouTube will show the stream to other people. We can get stupid. We can get more people in the world. We can grow the community.
That's it. With your arms now. That's it. That's it. Move.
Give it to us. Raw and wiggle.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure. Make me wanna dribble dribble. You know, riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it.
Nice job, everybody. We did it. We did it. Alright, use the centrifuge. Place the samples into the centrifuge.
Say what?
Centrifuge.
Centrifugalage. 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 Centrifugalage.
Centrifuge.
Centrifugalage.
Centrifuge.
Clam snapper. Clam down, flagging, snapping, slapper. I said you gonna get it. You record me right now. You live my life. Record me.
It's about damn time.
Gently does it with this old thing. Handle with kid gloves.
A round of super dogs to raise your charisma and streak levels by +3.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
Corey K coming through with that smooth California dollars. Thank you so much, my friend.
I'm about to bust.
I think she's ignoring you now. Who's she? Oh, the lady on the recording thing? She'll be alright. I've been ignored by women my entire life. It ain't slowed me down none.
I'm starting the centrifuge.
I'm
Let's see
started.
what results
Food.
come out.
Go,
The laboratory
Fuji
is
Master.
already open, so... Fucking hell!
Rapping scallions.
Ridley! Mr. Ridley! Where is he? The fuses need resetting. Fuck it. I'll do it myself.
How's the game
I swear
so
there was a
far?
flashlight in here.
About 70% him running his fat trap and 30% actual gameplay. Where is the flashlight? Do a flashlight? Holy crap, I can't see anything. You a flashlight? Are you a flashlight?
It's been a while since the eye wash in this thing was changed. It's probably a health hazard
3 weeks
now.
to change my eye wash. Mr. Ridley?
Whatever. I know where the switches are anyway.
There wasn't a flashlight in there, douchebag.
First the right, and then the left. Your other right, Jack. Your other right, Jack. Your other right, Jack.
Do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway.
Your other right, Jack.
Do it anyway.
And voila. What?
What happened? Where's my guy? Gone. Larry or Steve? Peter? You out here, Charles? Robert?
What the? Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't I work in peace?
The Autopsy of Joe, whatever that movie's called, is really scary. The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Jack Hanman speaking.
Easy, why so rude?
Steve? Sorry, man. This place is falling apart, and Ridley won't even lift a finger to help.
Ridley!
He just can't work here.
Did the centrifuge trip the fuses again?
Yeah, eventually everything's gonna go up in smoke.
Look on the bright side. It's a free cremation with your autopsy.
Jesus, stop it. That shit pisses me off.
Okay, sorry, Jack. Anyway, I'm calling to ask how the autopsy's going. Soon there'll be journalists sniffing around for info, so we'd best be ready.
I'll whiz through this in a couple of hours. It doesn't look like a complicated case to me. More of a formality. The report will be available in the morning.
Sounds great. Thanks. Phew! How's your head?
Well, my head seems better than yours. On the way to work.
Holy fuck. Jack, turn on the radio.
What? What's happening?
Quiet.
A 3-car police convoy was involved in an accident near Pete's Bay Bridge while transporting prisoners to Orleans Parish Prison. At the moment, we do not know the exact number of victims or whether any of the convicts escaped. However, the scale of the accident indicates a large number of victims, possibly even fatal ones. Police are on their way to investigate the incident and secure the area. We know that the injured prisoners are on death row. The police were to transport them to their execution, which was to take place tomorrow morning. Many of them are very dangerous criminals. We will report on the matter on an ongoing basis, so stay tuned with us.
What? Was, Steven, was Red Pete one of the passengers? He was, wasn't he? What if he survived?
Jack, I have to go. You want me on site?
What if he survived?
I gotta go. Talk to you later, okay?
Fuck. Calm down, Jack. Pills. I need my pills. You heard him, Jack. A serious accident.
Oh, did Red
Lots
Pete
of
kill your
victims.
wife?
He's definitely dead.
Check bathroom for pills. I can do it. I can take these pills, good boy.
Nothing's going to happen.
Pistol Pete!
Christ. I've got to get back to work.
Collect the samples from the centrifuge rotor. Where's the security guard, though? Poopers overrunneth. The pooper overrunneth. The pooper overrunneth. The pooper. The pooper. Oh my god. You're now addicted to Mentats? Well, the security guard's gone. He's gone, baby. Gone.
Oh, fucking hell! Technical break. At least I know I can pursue a career as a janitor if I need to.
Where was that flashlight at? Also, this camera's been recording this entire time. I don't know what would be creepier. Me being in the room and thinking that something moved in the corner of my eye, but it just never moving. Or me going back to my office later and watching back through the autopsy footage. And then, like, the parts where I leave, so it's just the body in the room, and then the body moves or something. I think that would probably be creepier. Even more so than the body moving with me in the room. Something about watching the body move is incredibly creepy. I don't know why.
Alright, let's see if we were able to get anything out of this piece of crap.
Somebody help me. I'm trying to get my membership, but when it's time to pay, it says it's fraud. And my bank details will be hacked. Heaven no. Google's the safest company in the world. You're not going through the correct paths. Pop up.
And miraculously, yes.
Google.
The samples did spin. I'll transfer them to the chromograph in the lab.
Chromograph. Place the samples into the rack. You mean the chromograph?
I found it fun to examine alcohol under the microscope. It makes some stunning rainbow crystalline structures. Of course, alcohol is also just at home in a glass.
Whoever
No
this
ice.
voice actor is really full of himself. centrifuge. A chromo.
My old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests. I found it fun to examine alcohol under the microscope. It's been a while since the eye washing this thing was
It's
changed.
been 3 weeks since I
It's probably
choreographed
a health hazard
fucking
now.
inside my centrifuge and bust ass. This thing? Place the samples into the rack. What? Rack?
A considerable collection.
Oh, considerable. Alright, enough! Whoops. Place the samples into the rack. Wrong rack, my guy. What rack is he talking about? A Chinese chicken? Rack. 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 Rack.
A considerable collection.
Shut up! Rack.
All right, let's load this up. I placed the test tubes in the rack.
They place the test tubes into the raku. Take the pipette, set it, draw 5 milliliters.
Now, just take 5 milliliters from each.
Long rod and stick it deep inside the fluid.
Precisely.
Yeah!
And the next.
10 milliliters. Ooga.
5 more.
Go.
We put the prepared sample into the machine.
Put it inside the cryptographic draw. There it goes.
Let's see what we have here.
Is that a bag of cocaine? Okay! This whole thing may be a fever dream. There's literally a baggie of cocaine, right? Or methamphetamine, but looks more like cocaine.
The results indicate that the deceased did consume alcohol shortly before her death. However, this is not an amount that could cause poisoning leading to death. Just slight inebriation. I can return to the body and continue the rest of the examination.
Right after I do a line of crystal methamphetamine in my hand, so that I can continue medical. You gotta keep Alex.
The chromatograph results show that we can eliminate alcohol poisoning from our list of potential causes of death. However, remember that alcohol can affect the functioning of the entire body.
What up, Jared? Hello, Nick. Hello, Tom. Hello, Justin. Also, Ryan Fox. Did you figure out why you were getting defrauded, my man?
It disturbs the heart rhythm, accelerating its rate, and dilutes the blood, which may result in more severe bleeding in the event of an accident. Also remember that alcohol affects the metabolism of drugs in the liver, which I'll now look at in more detail. First, I'll pick up the syringe again. I'll take samples from the liver and the heart to test the concentration of barbiturates in the body.
Work. Hello, Marlo. Hey, you've been here, Marlo, right?
That's enough. I'll do the test later. I'd best not try my luck with the centrifuge right now. Now I remove the liver.
Yoink. Yoink, 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 yoink.
No lesions. However, it is slightly enlarged. Perhaps it's a slight inflammation or drug-induced damage. It may also be the result of the deposition of substances from drugs.
Hello, Jim. Okay. Game seems to be jamming on me or something.
Nice and fresh. At least it's peaceful here. Good evening, Mr. Ridley.
It's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance. Do your dance at the Space Jam.
Leaves the window open in the middle of November. So I'd better check the answering machine.
Hi, Jack. I dropped by a little early today. I left the body with Ridley in the corridor. He wasn't sitting in the locker then, so maybe he'll even throw him into the room. Well, how are you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's your first birthday without her, and... I still have a hangover, and you know me, I run to the John like the neighbor's fucking dog. You know, today I slipped on his shit again. That fucking furball. He always has to shit next to my car. Anyway, I can't come over in the evening, but we'll catch up on the weekend, okay? Bye.
We lost.
I almost forgot. Charlotte called me this morning. She asked about you, so answer your calls, Jack. This time it's not a reprimand for being late.
That's par for the course. I wonder when this clown will learn to look under his feet.
We lost all that progress that we had done on the body. The game broke. I couldn't continue to examine it, so we lost all that progress. This is where we start. The game starts back again.
I actually forgot it was today. Alice baked me muffins like these every birthday. A treat for later. I always crave something sweet after a section. Okay, joke's over. Apron, gloves, and get to work.
You know, I could speedrun this, but he will not shut the hell up.
You were on that talent show. What was your name again? I need to order another batch of these. I've got to remember to do that later. And that's the whole point. Steven laughs at me for recording everything. He says I have a bigger collection of stuff like this than most of the creeps he's caught. November 21st, 1991. Time, 9:13 p.m. The autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman, lecturer for the Medical University of Missouri. After yesterday's lecture, you should already know the ins and outs, so today we'll be consolidating our knowledge. So, where do I start? That's right, police folder. Found in her own during the interrogation. The deceased was after her first when questioned. Ah, yes, Samantha Barker. Now I remember. There's probably going to be a lot of chatter about this. Okay, now we can continue with the examination. Again, begin by taking photographs of the cadaver. I guarantee that over time it will cease being embarrassing for you. First, we photograph the whole body. And now, any suspicious looking marks or wounds. Yes, I've seen this many times.
This guy.
You don't get such bruises from a normal
That will
contusion.
be the only negative review that I leave on this game. The voice acting is
interesting.
Up front.
Very uneven. We need to
Incredibly
investigate
annoying.
this. Well,
it ruins the immersion of the game.
There's even more here.
Because of his weird film noirish.
A few we will need to look into here. Notes prepared. Time to take a closer look. Some furrows have imprinted more strongly, others less, as if someone was, undecided. The number of bruises suggests that there may have been some kind of tussle. Such bruises are caused by either a very heavy blow or by some internal issues. And here's something interesting. The skin of the deceased is covered with numerous blisters. Some of them are ruptured.
Well, I gotta get off in just a minute.
Others still contain fluid residue.
Still want to go like another 2 or 3 minutes, right? Or 3 or 4 minutes, but the game doesn't save, which means that I'm just going to go through all of this again
numerous
when we
blisters.
play the next time.
We have some leads to investigate here.
Can't save
Let's
the
write this
game. There's nowhere
down.
to save. German! German, well, I
Given
really
on the neck of the in general, so currently it's although it's easier to have abrasions on your feet, but the number and size of the blisters suggests that it's probably a matter of barbiturate poisoning. I'll have to be checked in the lab later. Given the testimony of the victim's friend, I add alcohol poisoning to the list of potential causes of Miss Barker's death. A blood test will no doubt quickly verify that hypothesis.
Yeah, I was going to go through all this all over again when I play this the next night. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. I know several of you guys folks came in around the 2-hour mark of the show, but I've generally been running the shows between 2 and 2.5 hours recently. Just because there's been a little bit of a downtick in engagement and activity and turnout. So I've just been kind of keeping them a little bit short and trying to do more nights instead of going longer, shorter, less. That makes sense. Thank you guys. I want to thank all of my heroes who support the broadcast tonight. Corey K, Andrew Beveridge, Zachary B, Teddy Wilbucks, Mama Justice, Brian. Hey, thank you all very much for supporting the show. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you to the devs for giving us an advanced early first look access to this game. I'm very much into it. I am very much enjoying it, and I am going to play this more. And we'll continue to play this throughout the entire week. So look forward to more some dude ASMR talking to mortuary's assistant while we dissect bodies, and things are starting to get spooky. So we got all the prologue out of the way, and we got the tutorial out of the way, and all that stuff like that. Now things are going to finally get spooky. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Love y'all. Goodbye.